What's up, YouTube? It's Josh Creates here with another video. In today's video, we have part 24 of TikTok vents about inflation. Yes, I had a video ready to upload today, but unfortunately, YouTube took it down. It said it didn't meet community guidelines. It was talking about big pharma and all these things, but we're just gonna keep going and keep making videos. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
So I've talked about this before, but if you really want to hurt your feelings, I need y'all to scroll back on like your Walmart orders, your Instacart orders, as far back as you can go and watch how much groceries and different items have gone up. So I did Target a couple months ago and I was just in shock by like how everyday common folk day things that I typically used to buy has gone up so much. Now, we all know that using Instacart, regardless if it was 3 years ago or even now, has always been a luxury. I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those girlies that was like, I'm gonna use Instacart, especially pickup, because pickup used to be free. Now, sometimes they charge you. But let's look at this order from back September 1st, 2020. As you guys can see, I picked up 5 items. I had the pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls, pumpkin spice creamer, 12 dozen eggs, or just a dozen eggs rather, some lunch meat and bread. And as you guys can see, the item total came to $14.97 and I paid 30 cents in tax and it ended up being $15.27. Completely reasonable when you think about it. And if I didn't mention this was at Publix, which means I could have went to Walmart and probably spent about $5 to $6 less, but it is what it is. Now let's see what those groceries cost today. The only thing that was different on here is I could not find the exact pumpkin spice not creamer, what's the thing called? Cinnamon rolls. So I just put regular cinnamon rolls. I have the pumpkin spice creamer, I have the eggs, I have the lunch meat, and I have the bread. Do y'all see this? Subtotal is $27.99. So we've already gone $11 over for the same items. Instacart is being petty, charging a pickup fee of $3.99. And here's the thing, I wouldn't even mind the pickup fee if that was given to the shoppers. I am also an Instacart shopper, and I know for a fact that that's not given, but okay. Service fee is free. And then I also have $2.35. So that's what made it comes to $30. But this would have been $32. And for what? Let's be real.
This purse is made entirely of the bills of the Venezuelan currency, the bolivares. Inflation is so high that this money is now completely worthless. And so my friend Jorge over here has gathered a ton of this stuff and turned it into commodities, into purses, into sculptures.
It is worse than it sounds, and it sounds pretty bad.
The country's inflation rate will rise to 1,000,000%.
Esto lo que yo tengo aquí, el que estuviera esto en Venezuela tenía plata, era millonario.
More than 1 million Venezuelans have moved into Colombia in recent years. And in an era of record-setting migration, when borders seem to be getting thicker, harder to cross, Colombia is doing something that you don't see very often. It's opening its doors and it's letting people in.
The border crisis is shocking. It's a real humanitarian crisis.
That's crazy, because I know about Venezuela inflation, and it's crazy over there. So many people are fleeing the country and going over to my family's island that my family is from is Trinidad. A lot of Venezuelans are migrating there everywhere, anywhere out of Venezuela. I heard they can't even like build a house there. Food is Food shouldn't be that crazy in Venezuela. They could grow their own food. But to live stable and to make ends meet, I heard it's like super hard. I heard it's super hard. But let's continue.
You're asking for 36% pay raises, our reporter just laid out there. Stellantis said
The fact that only this year we have had train workers go on strike, automotive workers go on strike, writers and actors in Hollywood go on strike, retail workers go on strike, healthcare workers, including many nurses going on strike, UPS workers going on strike. I mean, we've had literally so many strikes happen this year, and the fact that there's so many strikes happening among many different professions should be a sign to literally everyone that the cost of living has gotten insane. Wages have clearly not kept up. If you work a full-time job, you should 1,000% be able to bring home a living wage to support you and your family. You should be able to go to the grocery store and be able to buy groceries for you and your family without getting scared of how much it's going to cost when you get the checkout. And while the CEOs of the automotive industries are getting 40% raises, their workers aren't, which is why they are striking, rightfully so.
Yep. I heard Ford might merge with Toyota. It's crazy.
Like, do I have to get a fucking roommate and rent out my son's room and move him in my...
I don't think too many people understand how serious this living situation shit is. I mean, people make jokes talking about eggs cost $12 a pop, but it's damn near no exaggeration. You used to be able to save money by buying groceries. That shit is not the case no more. Inflation is through the roof, man. Rent is $1,000 at least, but typically everybody rent is $1,100-1,200. At least where I'm from, where I'm at. And people think because they make enough money to actually pay their rent that they can afford to live alone. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Like, if you can pay everything, but you literally got $50, $100 left for the next week or 2 weeks, you're not making it. Like, you're not surviving. You're literally nostril level above water, like barely above float. And that means if anything goes wrong, a car go down, your kid gets sick, you get sick, anything happens, you're done for. Your life goes upside down. Like, it's tough. We can get into the politics of what happened and when and all that, but simply put, that old world is gone. Like, ever since 2019 when COVID hit, that old world is gone. So all that, like, it used to be a flex when you could afford your own rent and live by yourself and hold your own shit down. But like I said, 2019, that shit ended. I am 33 years old and I've been living by myself for ever since I was 23.
He's 33. He does not look like it. But anyways, he is right. Before pre-COVID, dog, it was so good. And things were, gas prices was low. Oh my God. Like, I have to look at the gas prices now and realize, like, wow. What happened? And we'll never get those days back. It is not looking like it. I could tell you right now, this next election is going to be crazy.
22, 23. I mean, I always had my own house. I always had my own car. You know, I look down on people, in all honesty, if I'm being real, I look down on people who had roommates and, you know, grown men sleeping on somebody's couch. You know what I'm saying? I look down on them people because I felt like you was putting, you know what I'm saying, clothes and chains and real nice cars over the stuff that made you a stable human being, like a grown man. I really look down on people like that. But now it just seems like it's the only way to make it and not be a slave to your job or a slave to your house or your car. I don't know about y'all, but I literally hate if I have to clock 55 hours. If I absolutely have to work all 5 or 6 days. I don't like that, man. I mean, I don't mind. You feel me? As a grown man, I don't mind working them hours. But people need mental health days. You might have something you want to do. Your kid might have a last minute recital or a basketball game. I don't want to be in a position where I literally have to work and get a certain amount of hours just to survive. like that's being a slave to whatever it is that you have to do. Back to my point of the world, that old world ending, like I refuse now at 33 to get my own spot. Some people might look down on that. Some people might say, oh, you a bum. But look at me. I'm in a truck. I'm a truck driver. I don't make, 30, 40, 50,000. I make I make more than that. And yet me still, I don't want to be a slave. I think it's way smarter to live with, a roommate or two. Ain't that how the other cultures get through on life? Ain't that how the Latinos and all that get through on life?
Ooh. He said something so important. Bro, down here in South Florida, so many Hispanics are like butting with each other. And they're making ends meet, and that's how they're saving money. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy because my friends and I always talk about how, they bunch up with each other and they make ends meet to battle the inflation in the US. And they're not even from here, or they haven't been here for like 5 years. They're doing what they have to do. This guy is cooking with facts right now. I'm gonna just let him go.
The Africans, it be 10 of them to a 1-bedroom apartment type shit.
Exactly.
And here we are, we so hell bent on flexing, on showing who got motion. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got my own this, I got my own that. And for what? You really capping for the net, like you stunning. You acting like your life is all together. And the whole time, like I said, you one incident, one child sneeze, one pink eye from your shorty, and you are done. Like, now you taking out loans. Now you using up all your credit cards. Now you feel me? Like you borrowing from this person to pay that person. Like, you really doing the most just to show that you're supposedly stable.
Right.
It's not worth it, man. For the entrepreneurs, just think of it like this. Get in a spot with maybe your brother. The perfect situation would probably be your girl, I guess. But if you don't have a girl and you single, your brother, a cousin, maybe a best friend or two. Get in a crib that's affordable, comfortable, where you got your own space, and work at a decent job. I ain't saying be no bum. I'm never gonna advocate for being a bum. Get you a nice little gig or whatever, and stack your bread, because you don't know what this world is bringing. Like, every day is something new. You don't know what's gonna happen in the world. So
sorry to pause again, but this is what I've been trying to tell you guys. Like, in the last video, I think it was the last video, where this lady was explaining, like, she hesitated on giving her daughter some money to pay for the groceries because her card declined. And I told you guys that I was in that situation as well. Somebody said it was a story. I'm telling the truth, where you ask yourself, like, should I, spend your money on this? You got to really, like, think twice. Hint, hint, like Santa Claus. You got to think twice before you, like, really spend that money, because you just never know when a car problem might come up. A health problem might happen. Like, you just never know what this world has to come with, like what he said. So the best thing you could do is prepare. I remember 2019, before all this COVID stuff happened, I remember I had a very weird feeling about something's going to happen. Like, I had to prepare for something. And fast forward now, prepare for life, prepare for inflation, prepare for suffering, basically. I'm going to let him continue.
Get your bread, still do your side business, your side hustle, whatever, and stack your bread, and then try to go and make a big move in the next year or two, versus trying to stay with that old method of doing shit, like getting your own crib and being able to flex and say, I got my own. Right. Like, that's just my mindset. My mindset is like, I don't necessarily know what I'm gonna do, but I know for a fact that I don't want to be that dude that's struggling every week. That paycheck to paycheck shit.
Yeah.
And then, not even to mention that the value of a dollar is damn near gone. Like, who knows what day when they'll say the dollar is no longer valid to the American people. Like, who knows? I don't mean to vent, I ain't gonna lie, but like, it's 1,000 thoughts running through my mind. I can go all day about shit like this. I can go deeper for the people that know. I can go deeper. Like, this world is evil. Let's just leave it at that. It's a sick world, and nobody gonna give you a warning when shit just up and change. Your job don't give you a 2 weeks notice when they about to fire you. Your car don't let you know 2 weeks in advance you're about to shut down. You feel me?
Right.
Nobody gives you a warning, so you got to prepare. As a grown adult, I feel like it's just in our best interest to prepare for tomorrow. And that's just kind of, I guess that's me venting in response to her venting. So, yeah.
Let that man cook. I'm pretty sure everything he said is what everyone thinks. I know for sure because that's how I think. Dog. He was cooking with facts. He was exposing everything. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is to let you know, like, dog, you're not the only person that thinks like that in today's time or going through whatever. You're not the only person, bro. That was good. That was good. He explained everything thoroughly, everything perfectly. Shout out to that guy. His TikTok name is he_B_board. That's a funny TikTok username, but it is what it is. He spoke facts and he was cooking. Let's continue.
$70 worth of groceries in 2023 at the Walmart.
Wow, that's nothing.
There it is.
Wait, was that crime?
$2,872.80 for a pre.
And people wonder why Gen Z and millennials aren't having any children. Or if they do have children, they only have 1 or 2 at most. If you go through those comments, you will see just how many people got sterilized after 1 or 2 kids, or how many people just don't have kids in general who are in the same generation as me. And honestly, I don't blame them. I got sterilized as well last year after having my second child, because it is just way too expensive. The actual children themselves aren't expensive. It's these price gouging corporations that run these childcare centers and that make diapers and make formula that make it expensive. It's been proven over and over again that childcare workers don't even get paid that well, so why are they charging like $2 to $3 grand every month for 1 child? It's been proven that formula isn't that expensive to make. Why are they charging $45 to $55 for a can that'll last a newborn only 2 days? It's absolutely ridiculous. Taking advantage of families.
Talk to him. That's crazy.
So here I am shopping, and I see this. I picked this up. All right, you see it's not even like, you see how thin it is? Super thin. Like the cardboard is what makes it thicker. All right, see this? Size comparison. Here's my hand, and I'm a woman. It's not even big. Like, there we go, like that.
Pause.
Real thin, light, flimsy. Want to know the price? $10. Insane. I picked up a loaf of bread earlier too. It was $5.99. This is just getting crazy.
What's going on? Doctor? I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off.
Man, oh man, I know how he feels. It's like, what to do now?
Sugar, flour, bread. Those are basic food. Eggs. You can't buy eggs. Even lime. You could have get a 50p lime. Now it's £1. Everything is going up. Clothes and things, they're not going up because you don't need clothes, but you need food. Wages doesn't go up. In the COVID time, I put my life on the line to save other people. But yet still, I get no thanks, nothing. My wages doesn't go up. My children can't find food. You used to eat 3 times a day. Now you have to limit it to 1 time a day.
Facts. What? That should be at least half the price. That should be at least half the price just to eat healthy, let alone that's GMO, probably, most likely. Wow. That's crazy. And that's a special. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Wow, 20 minutes in total. That's crazy. But that guy that was speaking facts about everything, inflation, what's going on, the economy, the lost value of a dollar in the future, how the future may be, all these things that this guy was talking about was straight facts. I think I like this one. This reaction was very cool, very eye-opening. I'll say this, yeah, this one was the most eye-opening reaction about inflation, everything that I have done yet. But guys, that is it for this video. Comment down below, share your thoughts and opinions on the video. Let me hear it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Road to 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, my name is Josh Creates. Needless to say, everything will be okay. I'm out.